I'll be back. Come on.
Okay, we're on a ride through New Orleans.
Come on, boy. Let's go. Now, my name is Joe. Y'all got that earlier? This beautiful beast in front of me doing all the work, his name is Cajun. Now, Cajun's a mule. Only way to make a mule is to cross a female horse with a male donkey. So like I tell people, his mama is a horse and his daddy's the ass of the family, making him the half-ass. Now, the reason why we use mules is they're twice as strong as a horse. They're more sure-footed, smarter, but the main thing is they can take the heat a lot better. And the city of New Orleans passed an ordinance in 1982. We have to use mules, mainly for that heat back. There's a building on our left called Jack's Brewery. Founded in 1890, originally it was 2 stories from here all the way to Canal Boulevard, 6 blocks. They prided themselves on being the cheapest beer in the country. And they were, until they got 180,000 people sick. Using the Mississippi River water without filtering it. Needless to say, they couldn't give their beer away after that. And y'all not missing much because it really wasn't that good of a beer anyway. But that same Mississippi River water, that's how we make French bread here locally. Only place in the world you get that much air in a bread because of the river water. If you filter it and take care of it. Baton Rouge, 100 miles upriver, can't make French bread like we can, unique to this city alone. Now this side of Bourbon Street, the city of New Orleans being closer to the river would have been more commercial. People would have had businesses on the ground floor and actually live on the 2nd and 3rd floor. Come on, boy. You notice the sidewalks are all sloped towards the streets, as is the inside the buildings. Before we had our levee system around the city, a hurricane or tropical storm would come and flood it. The water could drain out the buildings. To get the water off the streets, in 1722, a guy named Andre Parger laid out the city of New Orleans. He cut the streets into blocks and built border canals around the outside to drain the water out into the swamp. Now those border canals would have been basically around the French Quarter as is today. City of New Orleans before 1794. Canal Boulevard up ahead of us. We're gonna go by Armstrong Park and a little bit on Rampart Street. And about 8 blocks behind us, Esplanade Avenue. I'll go over those border canals and streets in a little bit when I go over our subdivisions. But in the meantime, to the left, right behind the lighthouse, we keep our riverboats. The first riverboat arrived on the Mississippi River in 1812. We have 3 of them now. Normally, we have the Natchez parked right here. We also have the New Orleans and the Creole Queen. The Natchez is still steam driven. They have a steam organ on it. You might hear that playing from time to time. The other 2 are converted into diesel. Now, the Natchez into New Orleans does a 2-hour tour upriver, while the Creole Queen goes downriver 7 miles to Chalmette, where the Battle of New Orleans took place in 1815. On that tour, they actually stop at the battlegrounds, let you off the boat so you could tour the grounds. Now, the general area of city of New Orleans was initially settled by Natchez Indians as a trading post. Later, when the French started settling the area, all along the Mississippi River, people had built barges, loaded their furs and goods up on those barges and floated them down to the city. After we unloaded them, those barges were actually dismantled and the wood was used to build houses. Wasn't feasible to bring these barges back up most rivers, much less the Mississippi River. That river right here is actually a half a mile wide, 200 foot deep. Dangerous part of the river, we got very high currents right here. So I tell people, please don't go swimming in the river, you might not come back up. Plus you don't want to meet some of our locals down there. We call them river rats. Their bodies alone are about that long. Big old ugly looking rats. I think we got them from Norway. Now, if you're in the French Quarter at night, beware. You might run across a couple of them at night. And to give you a good example of that, during the day at Jackson Square, the squirrels are running around. At night, they clock it up, keep the homeless out. All the rats are running around in Jackson Square. Come on, boy, let's go.
That's for real?
For real, this is.
And I wore flip-flops.
You'll see them all the time at night.